Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Sorry that my hair's a little messy. I was actually outside riding my bike earlier, so it got really hot, honestly. It was pretty hot this afternoon, so it was getting cool this morning, then it started getting a little hot later on in the afternoon, but pretty much I'm returning to you for an album review. I know I said I was going to do it early sooner than this when this review is being uploaded now, so I apologize for that. I got sidetracked on other things and all that, so I'm returning to you for an album review for Melanie Martinez's new album Portals. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for all 13 songs from this album Portals, her third studio album by Melanie Martinez, and let you know my thoughts on this third studio album of hers. So let's dive into this album review. Now it starts with the first song, Death, and off the bat, I think it's a solid track. It brings some interesting melodies to the table, meaning the song has some interesting hooks and melodies, and Melanie sounds pretty good singing. There's some weird lyrics in there that she played with, but other than that, she didn't sound so bad in this one. So 4.5 out of 5. Void is the next song, and I believe that was a single for the album. I think it was a solid one too. It's not my favorite song, but it did good in its own way. It's one of the strong tracks, so 4.5 out of 5. Tunnel Vision is the next song, and off the bat, it's a solid track, in my opinion. It's another strong track on the album, so I'm digging pretty much about half the album is good, and I'll get to my critiques later on in the review about what I thought of the ending of the album. So, Tunnel Vision's getting a 4.5 out of 5. Fairy Sorry, however you pronounce it, Fairy Sorry, if I'm pronouncing it right, I'm not sure. You can let me know in the comment section below. Um, Pretty much, yeah, it's getting a 4.5 out of 5. I like her vocals in this song. Not crazy about the melody somewhat. It is a short song, but it gets the job done with what it's going for. So 4.5 out of 5. Light Shower, another solid track. It's good in its own way. Um, Not hating the melody. I wasn't sure if I was gonna this song was gonna grab my attention of being good, but it impressed me as the song continued on and progressed when the chorus came. So 4.5 out of 5. Spiderweb was a little weird for my taste. I think it's an average track, but it's nothing I would say is my favorite. So 3.5 out of 5. Melanie Martinez's vocals kind of bug me a bit in this song, in my opinion, but that song performed averagely. Leeches is another average song. It just I kind of got a weird vibe listening to this song. Wasn't really clicking with this one either. So 3.5 out of 5. Battle of the Larynx, I meant to say. Decent song, so 4 out of 5. I think the melody had something interesting to bring to the song, but it's just the way Melanie Martinez is singing it. There are times I like it and times where I don't. So 4 out of 5. The contortionist, if I'm pronouncing it right, I paused for a second because I was making sure if I was gonna say it right. Didn't like this one. The melody is pretty awful. I think this is where the album drags down from tracks 9 to 11. Really bad, drags down, I guess you could say. So 2.5 out of 5 for the contortionist. It's just the way Melanie Martinez's weird vocal pitches in this song kind of irritate me and don't do well for the song's performance. So it kind of ruined it. I was a little disappointed with this one. So 2.5 out of 5. It's not the worst track, but there is one song on this album that's pretty awful. And I will get to that song in a moment. Moon Cycle is another disappointing track. It kind of brings the rating down again for this album. I just wasn't connecting with it, but it's not the worst song on this album. So I'll get to that in a moment. So 2.5 out of 5. Nymphology is one of the worst god awful songs. I was suffering through 5 minutes and 6 seconds of this god awful track. It's just the performance with Melanie Martinez's vocals is cringy as fuck. It is not connecting with the song. The lyrics are cringe. It's very awful lyricism, and just the melody is not very good. It's just like really corny as fuck. So 0 out of 5 for Nymphology. Hated this one, and the mixing was pretty awful. Evil is where the album kicks back to being a little bit better, so I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. And then we get to Womb, and that's a decent one. It kind of gets repetitive with the chorus where she repeats Womb a few times, and I'm just not really sure if I like this one, but it's a decent album closer, I meant to say. So 4 out of 5. Overall, production, mixing, and execution wise, I think this album was pretty bad, for sure. I was really disappointed because 3 of the tracks ruined this album's performance, and the other 10 songs, I guess you could say, were solid to decent to average. So this is not a very good album in my opinion, unfortunately. And I was really disappointed with Melanie Martinez in this one. This is one of her worst albums to date. So if I were to give this album a score, her third studio album, Portals, I'd give it a 4.5 out of 10. It was pretty bad, and I was really disappointed with how it turned out. So yeah, 4.5 out of 10 for Melanie Martinez's Portals album. Thanks for watching.